Hello everyone. In this video, we will see the project, second project from Frontend Mentor, and this is a blog preview card. Okay, so what we will do here, we will see the solution from this from Frontend Mentor, right? I tried to do it with the help of ChatGPT. It was okay, but there was some, it was not, quietly okay, perfectly okay. So what I will do here, I will describe their solution, and this is not a tutorial, guys. This is just, i'm I'm also watching this for the first time, so I will have to I will have to try to explain everything, and I will have to, know many things, right? So we know, inside the head we have so many meta files and links, right? So mainly these links are for fonts, okay? And we know what meta files are, okay? UTF-8 and viewport, these are for this is for the, responsiveness of the website, right? And we have CSS and a link for icons, and we have a title, blog preview card, and then we have a body. Inside the body we have the blog container div. So inside the main div we have, we have a inside the main div we have another div, so that is blog card. So this inside this blog card we have also one, um, there should be two divs, right? So let me see if something, yes, so this div closed here. So we have two divs in in first div we have blog card photo, so and we have the image here, right? So in the second div, we have blog card content. So let me just, open the live server. Let me see it. This is the project, guys. Okay, this is our project. So what we will do here, we will just, separate the CSS so that we will get the raw HTML, and then we will take them back again one by one, and we will try to, understand what everything does, right? uh, okay, so we are, we put everything here, and let me just, delete everything from here. So if you save this and go to this one, so you see that the project is now here. Okay, so this is our image, guys. Okay, if I show you, this is the image. Okay, and inside the main div we have, blog card category. In this blog card category we have learning, right? So this is the learning, and then published date. So you see the published blog card date, published 21 December 2023, and then we have a link, right? So inside this link we have HTML and CSS foundation. This is blog card title. Inside this link we have another H1. Okay, so if we see HTML and CSS foundation, this is, you know H1, inside the H1, and then we have a paragraph. So in this paragraph we see these languages are a backbone of every website, defining structure and this thing, this one. Okay, so and then we have another div. This div is, blog card author image, image. Okay, so inside this div, after this paragraph, inside this div we have the image. Okay, so before the image, this image is in another div, blog card author. So okay, so when in this blog card author we have an image and h2 is for his name, guys. Okay, so blog card author name. So this is the class name. Okay, so we got a rough idea about the, HTML. So guys, in case of for me, I never, remember the structure of code. Okay, this is my problem. I think if you are talented enough, or you can remember this, then you have a natural aptitude. But in my case, I maximum time I can't, I have to look it back again and again. Okay, so let's just take the CSS things first. So what we will do, we will take this we will take these lines first. uh, it's big thing, guys. Okay, so here we will take this. Okay, take this to here, right? So what these things do, guys, I am trying to explain here. So this asterisk is for the whole file, right? Whole body, universal styles. Okay, and this before and after we will try to explain later what this before and after means. Okay, so okay, so let's just take these and ask ChatGPT, okay, for explaining us. Guys, I know that this is not a kind of tutorial. Okay, tutorial is like for 10 minutes thing anyway. So you can just increase the speed, or maybe you can just skip some things, right? You don't need to listen to me all the listen to my every speak, every sentence, right? In CSS, the selector before and after are used to apply styles to all elements and their pseudo elements. Let's break them down. Okay, so this is universal selector, guys. The asterisk is the universal selector which selects all elements in on the page, right? It ensures that every element has consistent styles, like removing default margins and padding. So asterisk before and after. Before and after pseudo elements that allow you to insert content. Before and after elements actual content. Explanation of the CSS code. Margin 0, padding 0, remove a default space from all elements. Box sizing, border box ensures that padding and border do not increase the element size. Font family, fig tree, sans serif sets the default font for all the elements. Okay, why use before and after? Many elements such as buttons or list items may have before and after pseudo elements used for styling or decoration. Including them ensures that these pseudo elements inherit their same global style, like box sizing and font family. Example, button before with before might be. Okay, so I think you can guess what this means, guys. Okay, so we will discuss later, right? We will discuss about this before and after later again. So what we will do, we will just comment all the lines except margin. So we will see the output. So there will be no margin here, right? You see, before there was a margin, but now there was no margin, you see. Okay, so now we will do the same thing for the padding as well. So now see, uh, okay, so there is no padding now, but we can't explicitly observe this. Box sizing, border box. So when you do the box sizing, border box, there will be no margin. Okay, so only padding and border and padding will be there. There will be no margin in the whole content, right? Fonts family, overflow x hidden. So what overflow x hidden does, that sometimes if if your file is so large, let's see this one. Okay, so we have so many text beside this, so we have to scroll like this. If you do overflow x hidden, then there will be no scrolling in x direction, right? Okay, and okay, we got this, and now we have the body. So a body background color. So we will take this one. We got the background color for the body. And text decoration, none. That means, guys, what this text decoration do, when we do this thing, right? Okay, so there will be no cursor, there will be no underline when you do this text decoration, none, right? So if I show you, by default there would be an underline, uh, but when you do this, you see now there is no underline, right? A hover, that means when you hover the link, uh, text decoration would be none, color would be this one, cursor would be the pointer, right? So let's just take these and save it. And now you see, when you hover, it changes its color, okay? And color, when you hover, it changes color. A cursor will be pointer, right? So do one thing, if we just if you just do this text decoration none and save it, so you see, okay, there is no change because it's parents, this parents text decoration is none, right? This is why it's getting here as well. I hope you understand. So if you do this, if you can, text decoration none in case you underline, then see what happens, right? So by default there is no thing, so no, it's not getting here. So do one thing, if we just can do like important, let's see what happens. No, it's not getting now, still it's not getting. Anyway, we don't have to bother about this thing as a beginner, but we will, we will experiment with the things, right? And we will try to understand later what's the cause of this. And this is not a tutorial, guys, this is a, it would be long video, it's my whole practice session, okay? So whatever I do, I am just trying to share. And if you have any question, then you can ask ChatGPT, or you can ask in the comment box, okay? Text decoration underline cursor, okay. Anyway, and then we have a blog container, okay. So blog container, we have this class, this class. So when you work for class, we know that there will be a dot sign, right? Let me see. Yeah, copy the whole thing, this whole name, right? And okay, so now we will take one by one, uh, with 1400 pixel, 1440, uh, height is 960. If we see here, okay, so if we just change the height, let's see what happens. You see there is no scrolling now, okay? So when you do the 960, it scrolls, right? Because it beyonds the display, right? 960, and then background color would be this one. Okay, it's same, this is why it's not, oh. And then we have margin auto. So what do you do this margin auto, what happens if we do the margin auto? Okay, I don't see any change still now. Display flex, let's see what happens. We do the display flex. We do the display flex and justify item center, then everything will be in center, right? So yeah, you see everything in center, align item center. Okay, if you do the justify uh, display flex and justify content center, if you do this, we usually see these lines with CSS, right? If you do, you see this justify content center, when you do justify content center, it centers the whole thing horizontally, right? But if align item center means it's vertically, vertically centering the contents, right? I hope you understand, guys. Now we have a block card with, anyway, so where is our block card? This is this one, right? Block card. So we know that with a class we need to add a dot again, right? So inside this block card we have width 384 pixel. So that means, guys, you see block card, it should be 384, right? uh, okay, so let's just, background color, let's give it a background color black. Let's see the change, right? You see, this is the block card now. Okay, so in the whole screen we have this area for the block card. Background color black, we remove that, and we have display flags. Okay, flex direction column. Okay, if you do the flex direction column, then all the contents will be, organized as column, okay, up to, top to bottom, right? Otherwise this might take horizontal, arrangement. Okay, so let's say, okay, so what we do, just remove it and see if you see this is the image, and is things are taking, horizontal arrangement. This is because, guys, if you see here, you see we have two divs, right? Inside the block card we have two divs. So this image is getting, in left side, is taking the left side, and this div is taking the right side, right? So this is what happens, guys. This is why flex direction, if you do the flex direction column, then things will be organized uh, top to bottom, right? Okay, so now we have flex direction column. Now align item center. So let's say if you do the align item center, then what happens? Okay, align item center, and gap 24 pixel. Okay, so we will ask ChatGPT about, let's uh, let's give ChatGPT the files, right? So I will give you a HTML and a CSS file, and then so upload the HTML and CSS so that we can ask later about questions, right? This is HTML, and where is the CSS? We need to take from here, right? So okay, so we'll ask about the gap. Okay, what is the gap property doing in a block card category. Okay, the gap property in block card category does nothing in this case. Why? Gap property is used to create spacing between child elements in grid and flex containers. However, block card category is not a flex or grid container. It's just a normal div with background color and padding. Uh, we were in block card, right? Let's ask for a block card. In block card, the grep property does work because block card is flex container. Uh, since block card is a flex container, because of display flex gap 25 ensures that each direct child of block card has 24 pixel space between them. Okay, guys, that means we have two child because two divs are here, right? So inside this block card, we have two divs. This is the div 1 and this is the div 2, right? So this is the div 2. So between this div 2, this between these two divs, there will be a space for 24 pixel. This is the thing. And flex shrink 0. So let's see the change after doing this. Flex shrink 0. Uh, so we will ask. We need to know about this, right? So what is shrink property? Oh my god. What is flex shrink property doing? We will ask here. So this flex shrink property in block card prevents the elements from shrinking when parent container gets smaller. Okay, so when an element is a flex item, it automatically shrinks if needed to fit within the container. By setting flex shrink 0, we will tell the browser, do not shrink this element even if there is not enough space. It will maintain its defined with width ensure okay, and will not compress when the screen size decreases. So I hope you got the idea, right? So border radius is 20 pixel. Border radius is 20 pixel. Uh, border should be 1 pixel solid. This one is the color. Okay, so let's see. You see this is the border 1 pixel, and border radius is 20 pixel. That means 20 pixel radius is applied in the four corners, right? And we have a background FFF. That means this should be white, guys, right? A background of this and box shadow. So this is the box shadow. 8 pixel, 8 pixel. So 0 pixel, 0 pixel. That means from both this side and this side, 0 pixel. This 8 and this is 8, right? So if you want, you can change these things too. like, let's experiment with this. Okay, so here if you put 0 pixel, then up and top and bottom. Okay, this, mm, okay, so we'll ask about this question, right? Because we need to, be clear about this thing. Moves the shadow 8 pixels to the box shadow 8 pixels to the right. Moves the shadow 8 pixels down. Blur radius, no blur, so the, okay. Yes, is this box shadow? I forgot this property, guys. So this is because you guys, I am also learning. Okay, so you see, if you feel so frustrated that this tutorial is so long, what you can do, you can just, skip, right? You can skip the things, or maybe you can just watch with 2x speed, right? 2x speed, increase the speed. So move the shadow 8 pixel down. Blur, no blur, so the radius remains sharp. 0 sharp radius, no additional shading. Why is this shadow in the right and bottom? The positive x offset moves the shadow to the right. The positive y offset moves the shadow down. Since there is no blur, then shadow looks sharp. Okay, yeah, yeah. So when we did like this one, that means x-axis, there was a value for x-axis, right? Moves the shadow 8 pixels to the right, and there was no value for y-axis, and blur radius was 8 pixel. You understand? This was for the blur radius when we did this, and you see now, blur radius, and this is quite totally different now. So I hope you can guess, guys. Now we have margin 0 auto. So let's see what happens when you do this margin 0 auto. Everything will be in center, I hope. Yeah, margin 0 auto. And justify content center. When you do the justify content center, okay, you will not see any change here. Okay, because it's horizontally centered now. uh, Padding 24 pixel. So when you do this padding 24 pixel, what happens? Okay, we will ask ChatGPT that what does justify content center mean too, right? The justify content center property in a flex container is used to center the child elements along the main axis. In flex container, the main axis depends on flex direction property. The main axis depends on the flex direction property. If flex direction row, the main axis is horizontal. If flex direction column, the main axis is vertical. So why does this justification center do? It centers the child elements along the main axis of the container. Okay. So as we did the justify content column, so these justify content center will manage the thing, aligning uh, with the main axis, right? Justify content center. So why we need this padding 24, right? So we'll ask padding 24 pixel doing in a block card, right? The padding 24 pixel property in the block card is used to create space inside the elements between the content, text, image, etc. And okay, so what was the gap doing? Gap was making a space between the two divs, right? Between these two divs, this one and this one. But padding is making space among all the elements from the image, from the learning, from published, from dates, everything. Okay, so if we just see the change again, we will observe the change again, right? So see the padding, we will remove the padding and save. You see this is the thing now. Okay, if you do this and see, things will get 24 pixel space uh, from all the elements, and you see there is a gap between them, right? uh, and it becomes okay. Let's see again. This is how it was, and when you did this, this is now this. Okay, we are just observing the changes, guys. Okay, so now we have display card photo. So we will design the card now, photo now. So design the photo. So for display flex, here again, justify content center. Okay, so let's see the change. Okay, okay, so now you can see the change, right? Let's just cut this and paste it. This, when you do the display flex, what happens? Let's observe. When you do the display flex, uh, okay, okay, so it seems already in the center. Why you need to add display flag justify content center? I asked the GPT, and it says you're correct that the image seems to be in the center, but it's container in block cut photo. But let's break down why justify center properties are still used. Okay, so with display flag justify center, display flex turns the container into a flex container, which means you can align and position the content like the image inside with the flex properties. content horizontally in the center of the container. Align item center, align the content vertically in the content of the. So without these properties, we need to focus here. Without these properties, the default behavior would depend on how the image is sized or placed. Here is how these properties work. Why it's needed: flexbox alignment. By using display flex and justify content center, you ensure that the image will be centered both horizontally and vertically inside block cut photo, even if the image size changes. You understand? Even if the image size changes, this is because of the size, guys. This was a large image, right? It was a large image, and if we just remove them, it seems it's in the middle, but what if you change the size? So this is why we need to think about it. Align item center. Align item center with 336 pixel, 336 pixel. Okay, so block card is, there is no width for block card. Okay, block card for block container. 1440 pixel height, 960 pixel background color, active margin, auto display and center. Block card 384 pixel. Image is 336 pixel, guys. Okay, if we just change, let's say it's taking the whole size of its parents, right? So 380, if we just do this 84, then what happens? Let's see. With with let's see 90 pixel, what happens? This one. So 336 it was, right? Height 200 pixel, height 200 pixel, border radius 10 pixel. When I do the height, this is the height, right? Let's change the height. Let's say 100 pixel. Pixel, when to the 100 pixel, this happens, and I'm just scrolling to 200 pixel. And then there will be background for the photo. Okay, this is the background. We were here, block card photo. We finished the block card photo, right? So next we have a block card image, guys. Okay, so you can see here that we have a block card image, this one, right? So see how we taking this. So block card photo class, this is the block card photo class, right? And then we have image. So this is how we write it. For class we are using this full stop. So full stop the class name, then image, right? So let's just take the class, then this one. Okay, so width would be 100%, guys. That means it will take the width of its parents, whole width, right? So its parents width is 336. So this whole width would be occupied by this image, right? So control S, save. And then height is 200 pixel, guys. Okay, so what was his parents width was also 200 pixel, right? So we will ask ChatGPT that in case of width we said that 100%, but in case of height we didn't say 100%, right? We said 200 pixel, right? So we need to ask ChatGPT about this question, then we will get a clear idea. Border radius would be 10 pixel, so we need to define border radius is 10 pixel. Let's just uh, open with live server. Open with live server, let's see what happens. Okay, so with and then border radius, yes, border radius is applied here, we can see, but border radius is 10 pixels, so 10 pixels should be applied in four all the corners, but I don't know why it's okay, let's just see. And background, where images background would be okay. Then we need to ask ChatGPT about this question, right? So just take the whole CSS for both the classes and let's ask. Okay, with 100% makes the image take the full width of its parents, which is 336 pixel wide. If we use the height 100%, the image height would be relative to the content, which might not always match exactly with the parent's height. Okay, uh, okay, so image height would be relative to its content, which might not always match exactly with the parent's height. Instead, setting height 200 pixel ensures the image has a fixed height, keeping it aligned with the block card photo container. Which is the border radius? Why the border radius only visible on the bottom corner? Okay, even though both image have border radius of 10 pixel, mm, the rounded effect is only visible on the bottom two corner because the parent background color, this background color is visible around the image. The top corner of the image blend into the parent's background because they both share the same yellow color. Okay, let's see, guys. uh, you see, guys, making project or investigating something takes time, right? But when you see video in YouTube uh, or anywhere else, people just show the things they want to show you, right? So this is how we don't get the proper idea how actually this happened. If we used height 100%, the image. If we used height 100%, the image's height would be relative to its content. When you set width 100%, the image takes the entire width of its parent container. Example, okay. How height 100% works differently. If we use height 100% on the image, it behaves differently than width. Height 100% means it takes 100% of the height of its parents, but images naturally keep their aspect ratio unless explicitly told to stretch. I hope you got the idea, guys. Right? In a block cut photo, the parent's height is fixed at 200 pixels, so setting height 200 pixels on the image ensure it stays within the height without distorting the aspect ratio. Okay, so we don't get any proper idea about the uh, border radius, but we need to investigate, right? Let's see. Remove the background color. Okay, so border radius block cut photo. Let's see what block cut photo. So in block cut photo, we don't see any 10 pixel border radius, but ChatGPT is saying that uh, in block cut photo we have 10 pixel border radius. So we need to ask, we didn't have this property, right? But image is fully covering its parents, which means the top corner of the parents are hidden behind the image, but bottom two corners image remain, which is how to apply border radius to all four corners. Overflow hidden to make sure corners are round. To make all four corners rounded, we should also apply border radius 10 pixel to block cut photo. Now all four corners will be rounded because okay, so if we just okay, what it said before, it said that if we change the background color, right? Mm, text to enter with this parents container. We differently than we can automatically hide 100%. No. Let's say background. If we change the background, that's what happens. Just see. Yes, if we change the background, then we see the change, right? But if we just get the background too, then we don't see the change, right? So that means because of this background, it covers the corners too, right? So because in this image we have this black sign, right? So because of this black color we can notice the border radius, but here color of the color of the image and color of this background is same, so this is why we don't notice the border radius here, right? Then we have the border. We have block card content. So this class, right? So block card content, this one. So now we're using display flex, right? So display flex, and flex direction will be column, right? So let's see the change when you do the display flex. So you see uh, this content is taking a side by side place, right? Its alignment is side by side. So what we will do, flex direction, we will change the flex direction now. If you change the flex direction, it becomes top to bottom, right? So you see now, align items flex start. So we'll have to ask about this flex start. Align item flex start, okay? So flex start. Flex start, and then gap 12 pixel. So we have idea about what gap 12 pixel, and then align self stretch. So বাবা কি হয়েছে হ্যাঁ? Align item flag start. The properties in this property is inside block card content, which is inside a flex container. This property is inside block card content, which is inside a flex container. uh, okay, so if we see here, this this block card content is inside the, this block card, right? So this block card also has display flex property, right? So you see block card is also flex, right? So what it's doing here, flex content align items control how child elements are aligned along the cross axis, vertical axis in this case. Okay, so flex start means all child elements inside block card content will be aligned to the left. Okay, okay, so I hope you understand, guys, because uh, this block card content is inside another deep block card, and this block card also has the CSS flex direction, right? Display flex, right? So when this block card content is inside this one, so and we are giving these also display flags, right? So now if we give flag start align regions, flag start, that means it will be organized from the left, right? So if we just change the direction flex, and let's see what happens. You see, things are getting, right side, right? So here we are flex start gap 12 pixels. So we know the what gaps is. Gaps is making 12 pixel gap between the content, okay, among the contents of this class. uh, so block cut content, that means all the elements h2p and this link, this paragraph, this div, everything is getting 12 pixels gap, right? Align self stretch, so we need to understand about this one too. Align self stretch, align self controls how this particular element block card content behaves inside its parents. Stretch makes block card content take the full width of its parents. Okay, so its parents block card's width it will take. Align self controls how the particular element behaves inside its parents. Block card content is inside a block card, and we want to stretch to match its parents width to ensure a consistent layout where the constant. So we need to just ask that why we didn't. Okay, instead of align self stretch, why can't we use with 100%? Great question. You can use with 100% instead of align, but there is a key difference between the two. Let's compare them. Align self stretch, a current approach, it makes it makes block card content automatically take up the full width of its parents. Works only inside a flex container. uh, okay, more responsive because if the parents with changes, block card content will adjust accordingly. Best when you use a flexbox based layout where elements adapt dynamically. I hope you understand, guys. Okay, oh, let's see, let's read this, give it a read again. Block card content. Okay, so this block card also has flex display flex, right? And inside this block card we have this block card content. Okay, so if we want to this class block card content take the whole width of this, then this is the best css property, align self stretch. Okay, so if we just use with 100%, then if you change the width of this block card or something, okay, so there would be something wrong. So as far as we can see here, with 100% automatic approach, a focus block card content be exactly 100% of its parents with even if flexbox is not used. Okay. It doesn't respond dynamically to flexbox behavior. Block card content to be exactly 100% of its parents even if the okay. So even if the flexbox is not used, then this property can come into action. Okay. But when you want to manually control the width instead of relying on flexbox behavior. Key difference: align self stretch works with flexbox and makes elements stretch automatically. With 100% works always, but it fixed and it doesn't adapt dynamically like align self stretch. Would you like a small code example? Okay, I don't want, but for the time being it's fine. Okay, so block card, we will go to the block card category. So let's just copy this. Block card category, padding 4 pixel to 8 pixel. Let's see what happens. Padding 4 pixel 12 pixel. So here you can see from top and bottom we are getting 12 pixel and right and left we are getting 4 pixel, right? So let's just remove it and see the change. Now you see it is here, but when we you can see here, right? And border radius should be 4 pixel, so let's give it a border radius. Okay, so there is no border we can see, but border radius 4 pixel. Maybe background color will be changed, right? So when we change the background color, we can see some changes here, right? Now you can see, guys, border radius is, you see, and gap 8 pixel. It will provide a gap from top and bottom. And now font size 14 pixel, font width font size 14 pixel, and then font width weight 800, font weight 800, and line height 150, color 111, width auto, and height auto. Okay, so we did this far block card category, and okay, guys, so what is the block card category? This one, right? We have the date now. So block card date, font with, just copy this one and style CSS. Here we will see the font width 500, font weight 500. Okay, so let's see the change. This one, right? So if we just remove it and see, this is now this, we can observe is a slight change, right? Font weight, and then font size 14 pixel, font size 14 pixel. Okay, so it's become smaller. And then line height 150%. So let's see what happens. Okay, line height, and then we have color. When you change color, and now we have width 143 pixel, 143 pixel, and height 21 pixel. Height 21 pixel. Okay, now block card title. When you do the block card title, block card title, now font size would be 24 pixel, font size 24 pixel, font weight 800, font weight 800, line height 150%, and then color 111. Okay, so this is for title, right? And then we have a paragraph, block card description, right? So let's see what description. This one, block card description. So font weight 500 pixel, font size font weight 500, font size 16 pixel, font size 16 pixel, color this one, line height 150 pixel, and margin bottom 10 pixel. There's a margin in the bottom, right? Font weight 500, font size 16, color 6p, 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 line height 150, margin bottom 10 pixel. Okay, and now block card author. right? So where we have block card author, and inside this we have an image and card author's name, right? So block card image with uh, block card author, display flags, align item center, gap 12 pixel. So this is what we got here, guys. Display flags. Okay, so when you do display flags, I hope you can guess, guys. When you do display flags, things will be like uh, line by line, right? You see this, and then we have to put align item center. So when you do align item center, let's see what happens. Yes, align item center, and then gap 12 pixel. Sorry, when you do gap 12 pixel, then what happens? Gap 12 pixel, okay, and align card author block card author image. So let's see when you do this what happens. Block card image width 32, height 32, right? So it's become round and small. And block card author h2. In case of block card author, let's see the change. For this one, font weight 800, font size 14, line height 150, color this one for this. Okay, and now we have block card title hover. So when you do hover, color would be changed, cursor would be pointer, right? So here we go. Which one? This card title, block card title hover, right? So what is block card title? Let's see. Block card title description, block card HTML and CSS foundation, right? This one. So you see this, and block card title active. So let's see. Okay, this one, when you press this, okay, so after pressing this, I hope you understand this. If you want, you can search Google or ask ChatGPT. And we have the media queries now, guys. Okay, so media next, so it would be 375 pixel. Block container dot container would be 375, padding these things, guys. Block card